Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plan Commission for Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022. Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we get started, I want to welcome our newest commissioner, Michelle Meyer, down at to my left at the end. Now gives us full membership of our commission. Commissioner Meyer, thank you for stepping up and volunteering to serve your community.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Casper.
Present.
Commissioner Heiken.
Here.
Commissioner Berkey is absent with prior notice. Commissioner Sprague is here. Commissioner Riles
We have not heard anything.
could be on the way.
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer.
Here.
Chairman Johnson.
Here. Ms. Nyes, any changes to the agenda this evening?
Yes, agenda item 7D, the petitioner has requested that they be continued to the July 13th Plan Commission meeting.
July 13th?
Yes, July 13th, yes.
All right. Let's see, citizens' concerns and comments. I believe everybody here is tied with a petitioner, so we don't have anybody in the audience. No consent items, so items for review. We start with BC 22-11, a minor site plan review for a fence at Perfect Edge at 2078 Foster Avenue. Ms. Nyes?
This one is a site plan for a fence, and it has to come before you because it's a commercial fence. And they are just putting the fence around pretty much the rear perimeter of their property. And we have a picture of the chain link fence, and they wanted to put these light beige plastic slats. And I guess the petitioner is here.
All right.
Hello.
Please state your name and business address for the record.
Mariusz Krystowczyk, 2078 Foster Avenue.
Could you spell your name, please?
Sure. M-A-R-I-U-S-Z, last name K-R-Y-S-T-O-W-C-Z-Y-K.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Tell us what it is you want to do.
I own a small construction company, and I would like to put a fence in the back and the side of the property just for safety. Lately, there being some stuff going on, and just want to make sure that I don't have to worry or watch my cameras every night to see what's going on over there. There were multiple occasions where cars would just go and park for nothing. Sometimes some of the trailers were looked inside. Some small little things were borrowed. So I figured that's an easy way to avoid that.
Borrowing means they brought it back.
I wish.
Okay. I don't think there's any other details needed.
The only thing, I'm sorry, I know we were going back and forth. We were still debating if we wanted to do the light beige or the brown. I don't know if this would make any difference for you guys.
Yeah, we can certainly ask.
Yeah, the other one was just like a chocolate brown. So I don't
Okay. Well, we'll just
think it
see
matters.
if
Makes no difference for me, whichever. would be
anybody's
approved.
got an opinion on that. All right. Let's start with Commissioner Casper.
I have no questions.
Commissioner Heiken
Yeah, I have no questions either.
and Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you share your driveway with your neighbor to the south?
Yes, I do.
You do. So will that impede, if you come up to the back of your building and then straight across your half of the drive, will that impede your neighbor to be able to get in there back?
No, not at all, because if you look at that picture actually right now, we are actually very lucky to have our driveway very wide. I think it's about 25 to 30 feet for each one of us. So it would not be a problem for anybody to get in or get out.
Okay. The only other thing that I did notice really doesn't have to do with the gate, but the service is in the back. Your
Electrical service?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Are they lower than they're required to be?
I'm so sorry, the electrical
It
wires?
looks like they're awful close to your trucks that you're parking underneath.
Not that I know of, and when we remodeled the building originally, I think if I remember correctly, this was looked at by the inspector, but I'd be more than happy to call ComEd and see.
Yeah, you might want them have
Sure,
them check it just to see, maybe they're sagging more.
And I think, I'm not sure when, I know at some point the rules have changed. It used to be 14, now I believe it's 16 feet. So I will call them, it would be easier,
Yeah,
better for
it
me.
might be 18 over a private drive, so.
Oh, okay, sure, no
Yeah,
problem.
have them look at it, it's just for your safety.
Yes, thank you, I will.
That's all I have, thank you.
All right. Commissioner Meyer.
Nothing further.
All right, and I had nothing on this. Marcy, we have no conditions on this?
No. Let me make sure. No, no condition.
All right, then I would entertain a motion to approve 22-11.
So moved.
I'll second.
Heiken motioned and Casper second. Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Casper?
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Meyer?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes. Go forth and build your
Thank you,
fence.
guys. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of the day.
So you'll still need a fence permit, which I believe you applied for.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so we'll take care of that tomorrow.
Beautiful, thank you.
And choose whatever color you want.
Oh, yeah, that's right, we forgot about that.
No problem, thank you.
All right, next up is docket 2022-26. Request for a variation to permit a driveway to extend beyond the front plane of a house at 1015 Sherwood Drive. Mr. Secretary?
Yes, we have Corey Radachek. Is that how?
Hey, that's close enough.
Okay. Property owner is seeking a variation as required in Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.04.010, Residential District General Requirements and associated sections, to permit a driveway to extend beyond the front plane of the house without providing access to a garage located at 1015 Sherwood Drive, which is Zone R2, Single Family Residential. A zoning variation is intended to be a method of adjustment to equalize regulations where the zoning code has created an unnecessary hardship. A variation is designed to allow affected property owners the same rights and privileges that others enjoy in the same zoning district. In order to be granted a variation, a petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at a public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how their individual situation is unique or unusual. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that the request for variation meets the standards established in Title 19. The Commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes?
Yes, so this project, because the petitioner wants to widen their driveway, not just widen it, but as you can see from this picture here, village code does not permit anyone to bring their driveway past the front plane of their house here where the arrow is, unless it's being extended to a garage. So that's why this requires a variation here. And staff is fine with this, especially because this neighbor to the south, that's their garage. So, you know, if that had been their, you know, front yard or something, that would be probably a different situation. And they still have a setback that was noted in the report because I can't see how small that is right now.
I believe it was
I think it's 6 something?
6.5 feet from what I proposed, and then, yeah, I believe that's what it was.
So engineering has looked at it, and they will take a closer look at it as it goes through for the engineering permit to actually put it in. But that's all I had.
All right. This is a public hearing, so I have to swear you in. So raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
I do.
State your name and address for the record.
Corey Ratajczak, 1015 Sherwood Drive, Wheeling, Illinois.
You were pretty close with the name.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything to add to what Marcy explained?
No, actually, when I bought the house, I did intend on building a bigger garage, but I had a lot of setbacks with the basement flooding, and I had to fix that. So that was my $30,000 that I was going to do the garage in. I'm doing this, or proposing to do this, because I have 2 children with vehicles, and one of them parks on the parkway sideways, and it's a pain in the butt. And my other son is 16 and wants to get a car, and there's nowhere to put it.
Okay, I think some of us.
I did speak with both of my neighbors on either side. The gentleman to the right of me actually wanted to do the same thing. He has no problem with it whatsoever. He's like, oh, he goes, really? You could do that? I'm like, you could try.
All right. I believe there's no public comments here, so let's start at the other end with Commissioner Meyer. Anything on this?
Yeah, just a small question, and that's relative to the driveway apron, you're looking to expand that as well?
A little bit.
Okay.
I did speak with Scott and Mike over a year ago regarding this, and I was told that you could actually expand the apron quite a bit larger. I just kind of wanted to make it so I'm not driving over the grass when I do pull the vehicle over there. That was the only reason for that.
Thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this. I've noticed 4 houses either way of you, at least 4, maybe 5 houses that had very similar operations of what you want to do. So I just wanted to confirm that you're not planning on parking any kind of a business vehicle.
No.
There. Okay. That's all I have. Thanks.
All right. Commissioner Heiken.
No questions. Thank you.
Mr. Casper.
No questions.
And I have no questions. As long as we know your neighbors are okay with it and no commercial vehicles, that's fine with me. Do we have any conditions, Marcy?
No conditions.
All right. Then I would entertain a motion to approve 2022-26.
So moved.
Second.
Who was the second?
Who was the second? Yeah.
Heiken.
Heiken.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Casper?
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes. You're all set.
Great, thank you.
So you will need to go to the July 18th Village Board meeting for the official final approval.
July 18th.
July 18th. It's a Monday.
Okay.
And then in the meantime, you can submit your building permit and get that all worked out. So we can talk tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I was just thinking, I know I'm going out of town, but
It won't be a problem. Okay.
thank you.
Yep.
And you don't feel like you
Oh,
need to
God,
stay.
don't stay.
But you can stay if you want.
Wednesdays are tough for me. Kids got football.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have docket number 2022-27, special use to permit a recreation and instruction facility for America's Gym at 284 East Palatine Road. Mr. Secretary?
Do we need to close the last public hearing?
You are correct. I need a motion to close the previous 2022-26. Thank you.
So moved.
Casper?
Was that Casper?
Yeah.
Heiken?
Heiken?
Second. Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Casper?
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes. All right. Got ahead of
All
it.
right.
Trying to speed things up for Marcy. Now, 2022-27, special
All
use
right.
permit recreation and instruction facility for America's Gym, 284 East Palatine Road.
America's Gym Lee C. is seeking special use approval pursuant to Title 19 zoning of the Wheeling Municipal Code, Chapter 19.10, use regulations and associated sections in order to permit a recreation and instruction facility located at 284 Palatine Road, which is zoned I-2 Limited Industrial and I-3 General Industrial. A special use is defined in the zoning code is a use of parcel of land that requires review and consideration before approval due to the potential for negative impacts on surrounding properties. In order to be considered for special use, the petitioner is required to demonstrate through testimony to the Plan Commission at the public hearing that the request meets the standards of the village code, including but not limited to how the proposed use will not damage the enjoyment or use of the surrounding properties. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides written statements meant to show that the request meets the standards for a special use as established in Title 19. The commission chairperson will typically direct that these statements be entered into the record without a full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the village board.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes, anything on this?
I think this is one of our straightforward recreation and instruction facilities.
We've had a lot of them lately.
Yes.
Okay,
So, and there were no proposed conditions.
all right. This being a public hearing, I have to swear you in. Raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
I do.
Thank you. State your name and business address for the record, please.
I'm Brian Kerbin, 284 East Palatine Road in Wheeling.
Very good. Tell us what it is you want to do.
So I'm looking to open up a training facility. It's been a long time in the works. I've been in the service industry for almost 30 years and want to continue to do the same in the health and fitness industry. I've been doing it myself for many years and train a lot of guys. I work for a fire department in the nearby town over here in Northbrook, and I thought this would be a great opportunity and a great location for it with the gymnastics and the martial arts and all that right there.
All right. Do you currently have an operation somewhere else? Or
No, this is new business.
Okay. Great. Obviously, there's nobody from the public that's coming to talk about this, so we will go to the commission. Let's start with Commissioner Casper again.
No questions.
Commissioner Heiken.
Yeah, so your floor plan only doesn't show any locker rooms or anything? There's not going to be locker rooms?
Correct.
And then
There's 3 bathrooms. There's like a unisex and men's and a women's,
Okay.
which is more than enough for square footage wise.
And it's going to be key card entry only?
Key card, well, it'll be manned during business hours. It's going to be by appointment, but I'll be pretty much living there myself.
Okay.
Outside of the fire service. And yeah, it'll be key card.
Your letter says 24/7, so are you going to be open 24/7? That's part of by appointment only?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Commissioner Sprague.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I just had one concern, and that was with you having the 24/7 and card key access, how will you manage, are you going to allow a single person to be able to go in there all by themselves?
So we will have security cameras throughout, most definitely, inside and outside for safety reasons. It's basically going to be operated very similar to any other 24-hour gym that's, like there's one 2 miles south on Wolf Road, another 2 miles west on Palatine Road. So there is that possibility, but at times, but for the most part, there's always going to be a trainer or somebody else in the...
Yeah, because don't you sometimes need a spotter for safety reasons if you're working out?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends. I mean, most of the time, you're going to have somebody else in the building.
Yeah.
So,
I was just concerned about if someone went in there by themselves and then got into trouble and there's no one there to help them out.
sure, yeah, and that's all in like liability forms and insurance.
Okay,
and
all right.
whatnot. So, but for the most part, there's always going to be other people in there.
Yeah, okay. That's all I have. Thanks.
All right. Commissioner Meyer.
No questions.
Okay, and I had nothing further than what was already brought up. So, I assume we have no conditions on this one either.
Correct.
So, motion to approve docket 2022-27.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Casper?
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes.
So you two will move on to the July 18th Village Board meeting. And we can talk tomorrow because you can work on your business license. I'm not sure if you submitted that yet.
No, not yet.
Okay, so we should get that in the process so that it all comes together.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause
July 18th.
Okay.
Are you
Sounds
doing
good.
any internal remodeling or anything?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing any internal remodeling or anything for it?
No, we're going to take the space pretty much as is, utilize those rooms as changing rooms and go from there.
Okay, so then there's no
The
permit.
one question I did have is, as far as July 18th, due to the, like, I already have all the equipment, but when it comes to rubber and things like this with shortages and taking a long time, should I be waiting till July 18th? Or,
We can talk about that
okay.
tomorrow.
Very good.
I don't think you have a problem with the village board,
I don't
but
think you have a problem,
Okay,
but they're the final approval,
perfect.
so.
Message received.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Appreciate it. Nice to meet you finally, too.
Nice to meet you.
all right, now we need a motion to close 2022-27.
So moved.
Aiken?
Second. Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Casper?
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer?
Yes.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes. Very good. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good luck.
Bye.
All right, so the big item for tonight got pulled. So we can go right to the approval of minutes. Approval of minutes.
As amended?
I'm sorry, what?
As amended.
As amended, yes,
Few
there are a
changes.
couple of corrections. Approval of minutes of the regular meeting of May 25th, 2022 and June 8th, 2022, including the findings of fact for docket number 2022-19, 2022-20, 2022-21, 2022-22, and 2022-23, and 2022-24.
Take a drink of water.
We did a lot.
That's a mouthful.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Sprague is a yes. Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Casper?
Yes.
Commissioner Meyer?
Abstain.
Chairman Johnson?
Yes. Other business. Ms. Nyes, any other business? Ooh, yeah, you got something.
Synergy Cinemas has taken over the old CMX cinemas, and they will be opening in July.
Yay.
And they are now hiring.
Very good.
That's all I got.
That's all you got? Okay. Commissioner Casper, anything down there?
No, sir.
Commissioner Heiken?
Just welcome again, Commissioner Meyer, and looking forward to a lot of long conversations.
Not too long.
Not too long.
Commissioner Sprague, anything?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, I have a few things. Number one, welcome to Commissioner Myers. Welcome aboard.
Just Meyer, right?
Meyer.
No, that's,
Commissioner Meyer, I'm sorry.
there's only one. There's only two.
Also, I have a couple anniversaries to announce. We have Chairman Johnson with 13 years.
Wow.
And then we have Chairman Heiken and Chairman Riles, Commissioner Heiken and Commissioner Riles with 1 year apiece. They made it a whole year.
Well, if he was here, he could acknowledge that.
And that's all I have.
Very good. Commissioner Meyer.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, but nothing further.
Very good. I really doesn't have anything. I hear that the Union Apartments construction has started.
Oh, yes.
On Wheeling
Yep.
Road.
Dirt is
Dirt is
moving
being
around.
moved.
Yes, it's moving.
All right. Yeah, that's all I had, I think. So with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
All right, the two newbies.
Commissioner Meyer, oh, you going to just do voice vote?
Yep, just all in favor of adjournment.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? My phone didn't understand that. We are adjourned.